Going on vacation can relieve your built-up mental and physical stress. You don't want to ruin all of that progress before you even get back from your getaway by creating debt stress. The expenses you accrue on your trip can easily add up and leave you regretting leaving home in the first place. So, to avoid that, you want to make sure to prepare your budget for your vacation. And to do so, we've provided a free printable vacation budget planner to help you prepare and strategize for a debt-free vacation. To finance your vacation. You can finance it out of pocket, meaning you pay cash. You can put it all on credit, or who knows, maybe your next vacation could be crowdfunded. But to better predict how you want to go about financing your vacation, you have to first figure out all of your vacation costs and how much you're willing to spend on them. To do that, just use the free vacation budget worksheet provided to categorize all of your expenses, the expected costs, and how much you're willing to spend towards each individual aspect overall: food, travel, entertainment, etc. Here's some real vacation budget tips for you. Number 1, pre-plan your vacation. List out all of the things you want to do, see, eat, or experience on your vacation. Map out all of the step-by-step activities you plan on taking during your trip that will potentially cost you money. Once again, that budget worksheet will be exactly what you need to organize all of that travel, food, entertainment, and overnight stay expenditures. Number 2, set your limits. When you're calculating how much you want to spend on your vacation, you don't only want to think about what you'll spend on food, entertainment, travel, and overnight expenses. You also want to calculate how much you'll be spending daily and how much you want to spend at each location during your vacation as well. Create a timeline of where your budget starts and where your budget ends. That way you can stay on track throughout each day and each event so you won't overdo your expenses. Number 3, book strategically. Booking strategically for your vacation can look different depending on what type of vacation you want to take. If you're someone with a dream destination in mind, then the earlier you book, the better. Also, consider traveling during the off-season and book your travel fare during the week. Booking a flight on a Tuesday months in advance would give you a better chance at getting a cheaper price rather than booking a flight for the upcoming weekend.
Pack light. Save money on vacation by minimizing what you take with you. You could cut costs by avoiding additional baggage fees and transportation. It'll also be a hassle to deal with storing it as well. If you're leaving home, there's no need to take it with you. Pack what you need and use your budget to get things you may need along the way.
Pay attention to currency exchange rates. Exchange rates really differ amongst countries, and prices aren't measured the same across the world. So make sure to do your research, fully understand the exchange rates and how the country is going to utilize currencies before you end up spending more than you'd like. A quick, easy way to organize all of your expenses is by using Money Sensei technology. Money Sensei Tech automatically organizes and categorizes your expenses for free once you've connected your online bank accounts. Sync your accounts with Money Sensei to get insights instantly on how you normally spend versus what you're spending today, so that you can get a better idea of how you would budget for your next vacation.
As mentioned before, vacations are supposed to help relieve stress, not add on to it. When looking to get the best deal on your vacation, you may utilize third-party services or come across fishy internet ads. Nonetheless, you want to help protect yourself and your finances from theft and fraud when you go on vacation. Studies have shown that around 24% of identity theft crimes occur within a hotel and around 18% while dining out. That means over 40% of identity theft happens at 2 prime expenditure locations while you're on vacation. To help prevent such occurrence from happening to you, here are 3 tips you could follow to help protect against identity theft. Number 1, know common vacation scams to help avoid falling for one. You can learn more about common vacation scams by watching the video we filmed on our channel, which will be linked in the description box. Tip number 2, help protect your finances when you travel by being cautious of ATM skimming devices, leaving unnecessary credit cards at home, and always keeping your wallet in a secure location. Tip number 3, sign up for IdentityIQ services before you go on your trip, so that way you can have peace of mind knowing your identity is protected. Plus, you can monitor your credit reports in an easy-to-read format. So Abby, if I were going on vacation, what would you recommend to be the best way to budget for food while I'm on vacation?
So budgeting for food on vacation can get a little tricky since there are so many scenarios where you won't know the cost of your meal until your appetite says you're hungry, right? But still, you should estimate the cost of every meal of every day at every location when you're on vacation. That includes snacks and refreshments you'll buy while traveling, so consider both areas of your budget. Settle on how much you'd ideally like to spend on your food on vacation, and then think about how much you're willing to spend it if you get hungry and didn't plan. From there, get the general price of all the restaurants you just can't miss while you're exploring that new city, and see how much that leaves in your ideal budget. If there's not enough to be able to get on by trail mix and water in between meals, either boost your budget or cancel a couple reservations. If you still have room comfortably in your budget for comfort food, then start planning out your in-between meals.
So Abby, what tips would you recommend for someone that wants to stick to a budget when they go and have a meal?
So number one tip is use coupons. You want to save money when you're eating on vacation, so plan a strict budget. To do this, you have to either cut the cost of your meals or consume meals that are low in cost. So don't be afraid to use coupons when you go to eat on vacation. No one's going to judge you for using a coupon you saw online for a 4-star restaurant if you're in town visiting. And if they do, who cares? You're only visiting and you'll never see them again. They're just jealous of you falling on a budget. But make sure you don't fall for any budget scams. They might be out there.
Watch out for online scams when looking for the best deal available. Scammers can be baiting you with a deal that's just too good to be true. These can be displayed to you as a pop-up ad for coupons, discounts, ads, and more.
Here's a few more money-saving tips for you. Number one, bring a reusable water bottle. It's free at every restaurant that you go to, and when you're finished eating, you can fill up your water bottle and head on out. On top of not paying for a beverage for your meal, you won't have to buy a beverage in between meals as well. And saving on a water bottle or two can go a long way because prices aren't as cheap as they were literally yesterday. Tip number two, pack shelf-stable snacks. Shelf-stable snacks are really going to help you make it from meal to meal while you're on vacation. You'll reserve the need to compulsively buy a bag of chips or a candy bar before the next big meal you budgeted for. So grab trail mix, dried fruit, granola bars. These are all just a few options to sparingly fuel your nutrients in between meals. I mean, you can use that even if you're not on vacation. Number three, plan for events with food. You can easily expand your vacation budget in one area by combining it with another expense from a different category. When you plan your vacation's itinerary around events with food, you can either budget it with your entertainment expenses, your food expenses, or both. Food at sporting events and live shows can be expensive, but if you budget using multiple areas of your budget, you could probably save overall. Number four, cook where you stay. It can be more difficult depending on your overnight stay arrangements while you're on vacation, but if you can, try to cook where you stay. Even if you're only provided a microwave, instant ramen can be your best friend if you're balling on a budget. If you're staying at an Airbnb resort or a hotel that provides a stove or oven, then you can make a stop at the local store and get a few dollars back to your budget by cooking for yourself.
So Abby, what is the most cost-effective way to get to your destination?
There are a lot of options out there, right? You've got planes, you've got buses, you've got your own car, but ultimately, let's break it down. Airfare. Your travel cost when going on vacation is typically the most expensive cost you'll have to make on your whole trip. However, that doesn't mean that they could also not be the cheapest option if you budget strategically. Taking a flight for your vacation is usually the pricier way to get around, but if you're going somewhere that needs air travel, then book early, book during the week, and book during the off season. Make sure your web is in incognito browser or private mode. Searching in incognito mode will help you get the best price, and if you don't book right away, they're not going to cookie you and jack up the prices later. If you're looking to get away on a spontaneous weekend adventure, have yourself a short flight vacation. Check your local airlines for any last-minute vacant seats and spend the weekend out of state or the next town over.
IdentityIQ Security Alert number 1. If you're looking to attend events on your vacation and the tickets are sold out or just not in your budget, you need to be careful purchasing tickets from resellers. Scammers use fake event tickets as bait to try to trick their victims into sending them money or getting their private information. When you buy any tickets online, don't buy them from someone that contacts you first, sells it for a price that's too good to be true, or has a low follower count, it is best to check the seller's reviews and only pay using a secure method. Check out our entire article on ticket scams at the link in the description and use IdentityIQ services to better protect yourself.
Another way you can travel is by bus. A lot of people don't know that, but traveling by bus can be a great alternative to travel when you go on vacation. It can be cheaper than flying, and on top of that, you can go sightseeing from point A to point B. If you're a family looking to go on vacation or an organization looking to get away, a cross-country trip may sound tempting. But instead of taking part in a vacation bus tour, you could potentially save money and get more value out of your vacation if you map out your own journey and get a vacation bus rental. With gas prices rising day in and day out, traveling by bus, especially when you rent it, could seem like a displeasing alternative to travel. The same thing can be said about simply renting a car to use for your vacation travel needs. Credit cards are never a good option for primarily financing your vacation, but if you stay within your budget, using a credit card that provides gas rewards will maximize your vacation finances. And on top of that, you'll build your credit score. Check out all of our credit card options at creditanddebt.org and see which types of rewards will benefit your next vacation the most. Train transportation might not be something you've ever considered, and you might be wondering, how much does it cost to travel by train? But before your next vacation, just know more times than none, it's cheaper than taking a plane. Although in the US, some destinations by train are limited compared to the ones by plane, so even if it better fits your budget to take a train, you may not be able to get to where you want to go. However, if it so happens that train tracks match your travel plans and you have extra time, you can save money by traveling by train. Cross-country packages can also be cheap vacation alternatives that can help you start planning your next vacation on a budget.
If you're looking to travel locally while on vacation, the subway or metro station can be a cheaper alternative to renting a car or using an Uber. Search local fares and make it easier to predict and budget how much you'll be able to spend on local travel. Every city is different, so not every city uses the same type of public transportation system, if any at all. With that being said, don't disregard rideshare services on vacation, and plan to budget for a few lifts. While traveling locally on vacation, buses can be a great way to get around town as well. IdentityIQ Security Alert number 2. Hold on and hit the brakes. If you're planning to use any rideshare apps, or even if it's an afterthought for emergencies, it's important to still look out for scammers. Common rideshare scams include the driver asks for more money for tolls or a long ride, the driver charges you for costs that you don't owe, such as cleaning up messes that never occurred, getting charged for the ride but the driver didn't actually show up, and if the driver requests personal information like asking to verify your ID. So Abby, what's the cheapest place I could stay overnight on my vacation?
It's a good question, and where you plan on staying overnight during your vacation isn't just about where you go to sleep, but it's also the place that protects your stuff while you're outside enjoying your vacation. So if you're looking to cut costs on your way out, then you shouldn't be looking for a place that does more than just that. But remember, you get what you pay for. Look for hotels, motels, and Airbnbs that fit your accommodations and make sure you book early. With that in mind, when you're looking for hotels, if you like luxury, look into luxury hotels that might be looking to fill vacancies for the night. Although you're going to have to wait for the very last moment to get the very best price. So if you're not one that likes spontaneity, that strategy's not for you. The best advice is to book somewhere else without cancellation fees as early as possible. Then cross your fingers that that upgrade is available when you get there. Airbnbs are great to consider if you're traveling with family and you want to stay overnight in somewhere that feels more like home. Hotels usually come with perks, amenities, and staff, but Airbnbs can often be cheaper and a more private stay. So if you're traveling with family or a larger group, they can provide that space and privacy that you might want with your family and friends. Hotels may force you to book additional rooms based on your party size. And lastly, motels. Don't sleep on motels. They can not only help you save money, but some of them are actually funky and fun places to stay. Make sure you look at reviews to know what you're getting into and that you'll be comfortable where you're staying.
A bonus tip for when you're booking your next vacation rental is try to get a place that has a safe. This is a great way to secure your belongings that matter the most, and make sure you include all your documents that have your personal information, such as your driver's license and your credit cards. IdentityIQ Security Alert number 3. Choosing a hotel that benefits the budget doesn't always mean choosing the cheapest hotel. A survey done with over 1,000 hotels found that 43% of employees admitted stealing from residents at least once. Having your luggage stolen or any personal belongings from your hotel or motel room can lead to identity theft, which can cost you more than a night's stay at a luxury hotel. Common scams include fake rental listings and fake rental websites. To help you avoid falling for these scams, here are a few tips. Don't book anything that has a price below average. Don't book if someone pressures you. Look up the address on an online map to confirm it's the real location. Only message and pay through the website that's offering the rental. And if they only accept wire transfers or gift cards as payment, it's likely a scam.
If you're still considering going on vacation but don't want to risk the debt, or if you currently have some debt and are unsure if you can afford this vacation, then make sure you call a credit and debt financial coach. They'll help you fully understand the debt you currently have or help you prevent any debt you might build when you're on vacation. Just sign up for free on creditanddebt.org and then give us a call, which is also free.
Wow, it's that easy?
It's that easy. Don't go on your next vacation without planning a budget first. So as we mentioned before, the vacation budget worksheet provided will help you prep, categorize, and summarize your expenditures for your next getaway. We made this vacation budget worksheet printable and accessible to everyone for free. So there's no excuse for not saving money on your next vacation.
If you have any lingering questions about your security and other schemes to watch for, go ahead and drop them in the comments below and we'll be happy to answer them.
Or if you have questions on anything relative to budgeting or making sure you stay out of debt or get out of debt, make sure you drop them in the comments below and like, follow, and subscribe so that you don't miss anything along the way. Thanks for tuning in today, and a special thanks to Diana and IdentityIQ. We'll see you next time.